touch my tra-la-la. My ding-ding.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Building a Nation with FC Midtjylland. If you're still enjoying the series, do be sure to hit that like button. It means the world. Now, obviously, we've come back a long time after the last episode. We've actually only played 3 league games in that time, and obviously a massive ton of friendlies. So I'm going to show you, of course, the highlights of the games that we've played over that time, and we can join you guys in a sec for the Hobro game, but we've got plenty of other things to talk about, including that youth intake. Run through for Jørgensen. Oh my god. We've created so many chances in this game, like loads, and we just haven't taken any of them, and now we trail. Damn it. I gotta say, that's pretty shocking. Václav Kadlec had literally 3 1-on-1s and he's missed all of them. Disappointing as all hell. Will he look back out wide? Goes for the long roll. What a hit from Martin Pusic. That is an absolutely astonishing goal. That Harmeet Singh would be proud of that. 1-0 Midtjylland. Goes for Olsen instead. Karanen. Out wide for Hansen. We need a good ball in now. Finds it, cleared away. Karanen, oh yes, the youngster scores. Put him in the midfield today, and Kaan Karanen, the Finn, makes it 2-0 to Midtjylland after just 13 minutes. Well, there we go, 2-0. We started off really well, and the game just sort of petered out after that, but we did get the victory, and a youngster played superbly well. And can he skin past this man? He can. Now we need a good cross from Sisto. Ball in. Julian at the back post. Somebody on the rebound. No. Somebody. Kadlec finally puts it over the line. We've got the lead here away from home. We need a win today just to get ourselves back into some form eventually. Matilda. Ramon. Oh, for the love of God. They're doing nothing but shooting from range, and we concede one little free kick, and boom, it's 1-1. What are we doing wrong at the moment? Jesus. Look at this now. He's through. Kadlec must score, and he does. Finishes it off, hopefully, and grabs us the win here. 2 goals from Kadlec today, rescuing us from a pretty poor performance, to be honest. We need to do better than this. Well, there we go. We do get the win we needed. We're still top of the league, but it does look a little more dicey than I'd have liked. Right, guys, we're back, and this is how the league looks at the moment. We are only top on goal difference at the moment. We do have that game in hand, so things have not gone superbly well. We lost at home to Aalborg, which was a really poor performance in general. Like Václav Kadlec was appalling in that game. I think he got a 6 overall. He missed 3 1-on-1 opportunities that you normally would have stuck away, and we really should have won, but that's not the point. We didn't win, and that's just how it is. It's going to be a tough run, and we've got 13 games left to go. I feel like we're still capable of doing it, but we really do need to this year, because there is only one Champions League spot, and we need to make sure that we get it. So we need to make sure that we focus all our energy on this and get over the line. Most importantly this month, though, is the youth intake happened. Let's just go straight to that. So we've got our youth intake in, and my goodness. Now, obviously, there's some players with some decent star ratings in there, but the one that stands out for me, and we have to take a look, is Christian Dambor. And the thing about him that I'm liking, firstly, is the fact that, look at those cross eyes, but more importantly than that, is the fact that he's already 1.5 stars in our current side. And he's got looking like some decent potential, great passing, decent first touch. He's got lovely vision as well for an 18-year-old. He's 18 years old. Wow, they're quite old. So I'm pretty pleased with him. I think he could be our first sort of big star player to come through our youth academy potentially. That potential is looking lovely as well. So yeah, although it says he used to play for Galtan, which is really odd. Is that how that works? I don't know. Anyway, Christian Dambor, he's looking quite good. I'm liking him. So I did a little look, and it turns out that you can actually get youth players from your affiliate clubs. So that's why the guy came from Galtan. I actually looked on the first menu when it says to go to the squad, and it actually says that one player came through from our affiliate club, Galtan, which is really cool. I didn't know you could do that, so that's really awesome, and he looks like he could be quality for the future. I really still don't like the way this menu works, because this doesn't represent anything. If you actually look, they've lost 2 managers, and only one of them was a caretaker, so it really shouldn't show all that stuff, I don't think. But there you go, that's what it is. We're doing okay. We're not doing too badly right now. Kadlec is still the top scorer in the league with 13 now. He's really pushed us on, getting us some wonderfully important goals against Nordsjælland. But we need to get going, and today against Hobro is a chance for us to get another win under our belt and just keep moving closer to that title. Something else I thought worth showing you was our sort of outgoings at the moment, because obviously we've not brought any players in currently, although I am looking at a few. There's a Romanian guy I'm still scouting at the moment called Razvan Marin. So if you've used Razvan Marin, then let me know. I've only got 53% scouting on him at the moment, but he does look interesting. He's decent enough at the moment and might have a little bit more, but he's 19, so I want to make sure that we get him in before he turns 20, because, yeah, obviously as long as they've signed them and the deal is agreed when they're 19, it's fine. But I don't want to go after players that are older than that. So these are the players that have gone out. As you can see, our affiliate sides, that makes sense. But we've also loaned out a few more guys to other clubs in Denmark, including Middelfart, which is a glorious name. I've been turning down offers for any player that isn't from a club in Denmark, basically. So Nikolai Kirk's gone out, our Mabil's gone out to Nordsjælland. Lots of players have gone out, basically, and I think that's good to get them some football, basically, because those guys weren't probably going to get in our team anyway. Now, I've been looking at some of the youth intakes, but the issue is between November and sort of February, most of the youth intakes are from countries like the States and America and Mexico, rather, and, you know, South America, that general part of the world. And the issue there is a lot of them, because we don't have those leagues turned on, it's generally just the top clubs. And it means that the players are kind of out of our price range and reputation range. Now, that might change in the future if we turn those leagues on. However, what I'm looking for now is the sort of March, April ones where the players from Europe, Eastern Europe, those sort of ones come in. That's where I'm really going to get stuck into those. I just couldn't see anyone that was really... There was good players, but they were just way out of our price ranges at the moment. And that's something we need to look at. We need to start looking much closer to home at the moment, I think. Looking at the squad, though, 20 goals this season for Kadlec. Lovely stuff. 7 assists as well for him. Pusic with 12, including a stunning goal against Silkeborg, which was superb. Royer's got 5 still. You've got Olsen on 4 and 10 assists as well, which is great. Kaan Karinen did a really good job in that game. He came in for 1 match. Apparently he has only just moved to the club in real life or something. So I hadn't really noticed him there, but we brought him in for 1 game to play in the midfield, and he scored a goal. Great stuff from the youngster. I saw some people saying that they wanted me to bring back the question of the day thing, and if you do want me to bring that back in some capacity, do let me know. But what I would probably do if I did do that is have it so that it's on like a scrolling thing that comes up at the bottom of the screen, so I don't actually have to physically talk about it in the episode, but you still see what the question of the day is. That's the only way I can think of doing it without taking up huge amounts of time in the videos, basically. Now, annoyingly, Filip Novak picked up the flu, so we're going to have to play a player whose name, unfortunately, I'm really struggling to say, and it is not just because it's an Icelandic name, and I think it's Bödvar. It's that character, unfortunately. Is it a D? I mean, it isn't a D, obviously, but it's pronounced, I'm guessing, something like that. But yeah, I apologize. If you're Icelandic, do let me know how to pronounce that. Icelandic names are always a real struggle for me. So we're going to call him Buvar for now until you correct me on that. Or Bovar. Bovar? I don't know. We'll call him Vanilla Ice. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay, so you might notice as well that we've got some players back. You know, Darlene is finally back and ready to play in goal. We're not going to play Sparv there again. Bangar can come in. We've got more players available, which is just delightful. Rilwan Hassan is very nearly back from his broken leg as well. It's brilliant. Unfortunately, Jim Larson rather, has picked up knee tendonitis again, technically, and is now out for 6 to 7 months. I think his career is pretty much over, guys, and he will be released at the end of the season. It's a real shame, but he's never going to play again. You might also notice that Christian Bachbach is missing at all from here. That's because he chose to retire in the middle of the season, the big bell end. Now, really, the only acceptable result in this game is a win. You know, we struggled and we lost against Aalborg, but we did get the win against Nordsjælland, so it's kind of a bit of both. We need to make sure we're beating the teams that are down there in the league, and these guys could not be more down there if they tried. They are dead last, or obviously at the moment they're not because of the result of this game technically currently, but I want to make sure that we get the win here in a home game against them, just to keep our spirits up, get a couple of wins against some of the worst sides in the league, and it might give us more confidence going into games against the better sides. You know, we've got to play against Randers, and we'll obviously play against Copenhagen again, but we've already beaten them twice this season, 2-0 I think on both occasions, so we've got the beating of some of these sides. We definitely have it, but we just need to get it a bit more frequently. And Dulan, very nearly got in. Right, okay, so I expect that they'll still control the ball. I genuinely do think that. But that's just one of those things you've got to accept. Okay, we're struggling to keep possession. Let's just immediately switch to counter then, since that seems to be our best approach. Now we've suddenly flipped and have possession. Poulsen. Even if we win it 1-0 at this stage, I'm not too bothered. Sisto's through, and he's scored. In off the crossbar, Pione Sisto, 1-0 Midtjylland. Only his second of the season, but that is a massive goal for our season. Anyway, Poulsen was out wide to Roma, and just a lovely little dinked ball in for Sisto, and it goes straight in off the crossbar, which is a surprise. Oh, it's gone in. Goalkeeper's wearing trousers. Is that Gabor Kirai in goal? 50-50 possession. So, oh, hello. Straight away. Instant highlight again. Vanilla Ice down the left. Ball across. Cleared away. Roma can maybe get another one. Get into the box and get that ball in. Whip to the back post. Duland. Yes. Mikael Duland. He was complaining about a lack of football. He's really improved this season. He's already got to like 3.5 stars in this team now. And as a result, he's starting to get preference now. That's what I was on about. I'll play them when they're good enough. And he's shown me that he's good enough. Lovely work from Royer there. Goes to the back post. And Mikael Duland, I think this is a volley, you know. Oh, look at that from the youngster. Mikael Duland with an absolutely spectacular little finish there. Great stuff. 2-0. And we're cruising at the moment. Which means what I'm going to do is... Right, so what I'm thinking is we're getting a lot of joy down this right-hand side, which is kind of where I'm going to concentrate some of our sort of ideas for the rest. I'm going to go lower tempo, though, and we're also going to look for that flank with our play and try and play it from there. But for the moment, we're very, very comfortable in this game. We've got a 2-goal lead, 2 good goals, 2 great assists from Andre Roma as well, which certainly does the trick. Okay, we'll close them down a little bit more. Try putting in more crosses. I'm tempted. What's our cross completion? It's 9%. It's not exactly great, is it? Okay, we've got to half-time. No big deal. Yeah, no, we're going to address it. We're going to address the fact that they've actually played quite well. Let's give them some confidence, guys. Right. it's still this right-hand side that I feel like that might be our best bet. They're playing an odd system, and I actually wonder if maybe just going and exploit both flanks wouldn't be such a bad idea, and maybe even clearing the ball to the flanks. Maybe just pushing that tempo up a tiny bit, because they're playing a system with... Yeah, you see what I mean? Like, I think maybe we could get in behind their wing-backs, particularly as one of them is on a yellow card as well. That's a way through for us. Frankly, 2-0 would be good, but I'd like to see some of the results that we were getting towards the start of the season. We had a few sort of 3 and 4-1 type of performances, and I want to see us maybe batter a side, because we've not really put a huge hammering down on anyone for a very, very long time, and I think we need to sort of step our game up a little bit on those fronts. But at least we're not drawing and getting stupid results in these last couple of games, although I think we should have done a lot better against Aalborg, but that's just how it is. Substitutions. Kadlec has not done that well today. In fact, I'm going to make him my first sub and get Pusic in. Sisto's been great, and Dulan, in fact, both of our wingers have been solid as rocks today. So what I might be tempted to do instead, I can't really do much about that. That's just going to have to stay as it is. Maybe get Singh in for Olsen, perhaps? Or actually, no, we'll get him in for Sparv, because Sparv's not had the best game so far, despite I would consider doing okay. We'll save our last sub for the latter stages of the game. Brick Stambul. That's a great name, by the way. Out wide. We should be able to get that. No, Burjer's got it. Ball in. Oh, hit the post. I thought it was going to be another one of those goals. Sisto does well, though. Pusic has got to make an angle for him. Sisto can't do it alone, and it doesn't matter because he's not going to need to, apparently. Right. Nebo. I think we've done enough to get the win today, personally. I'd be very, very shocked if we don't. In fact, I would quite like to add a third goal just to really stamp a bit of authority on a game for once. Sisto, got to get that first-time ball. He does. Pusic. That is glorious football. Oh, he's offside, isn't he? He is offside. Pusic was offside. Great bit of play, though. Genuinely a really nice bit of football. Great cross from Sisto. First time ball. Everything was right except the finish. Lovely ball, of course, from Dulan across field. I wanted Sisto to play it first time, and, well, I mean, that's not when the ball was played, love. But whatever. We'll take it for now. Oh, this is not good. Christopher Olsen is injured. And we've got a sub left, I think. It's going to have to be Royer. Oh, wait, no, we'll do that. There we go. That is not good, because that looks like a serious one. And the last thing we need right now is a serious injury to sort of the main creative focal point of this team. He really is our creative playmaker in the midfield, and we need to make sure that he stays that way. As much as I think that kid our new kid, the 18-year-old from Galton, could maybe do that in the future for us, he sure as hell isn't there yet. Sisto, he's got to look inside for Pusic. He's going alone here, Sisto. Oh, he overtouched it. Could have looked inside. It doesn't matter. 2-0 is going to be the final score here, you'd feel, unless we get loads of extra time because of the injury. No, there we go. Midtjylland 2, Obro 0. Kits clashing a little bit there, but I've managed to update the kits a little bit. I don't know why it's given us the home kit, the away kit for the home game. I don't know. I have updated it, and it's still doing weird stuff with it, but what can you do? I think we do need to address that. There we go. Good stuff. I almost forgot, in other really bad news, the lad we were looking at from Zamalek, when I checked him in, like, December, I think, he'd already agreed to join Juventus, which sucks, because I was really looking forward to try and bring in someone like him in at the end of the season, but that's just how it is, and you can't really do much about that sort of thing. We didn't have the money available to bring him in at the time. It just wasn't going to happen, so he is joining Juventus, but that sort of indicates to me that obviously a better scout thinks he's a quality player, so we've got something right, and that's still a good thing. You can still take a lot away from that, in that playing, when you see a player like that, and they actually sign for a big side, you can sort of go, right, okay, there obviously was something about this guy. We'll tick that one up as a success, at least in scouting. But what we're going to be doing over the next couple of months, basically, as the season comes to a close, is scouting as many of these sort of players as physically possible. Not signing any at first. Maybe if I have to, if they're unprotected contracts, I might try it. But the main thing we're going to do is get them scouted. That way, as we go into the summer, I've got a big list on my scouting list that we can then go through and try and pick up as many as physically possible. That's going to be the main plan for the summer, basically. But in the next episode, it is going to be... what should we do? We've got a two-legged cup semi-final against Kopenhagen, which is, again, giving us more games to play. But I do think that the cup isn't really that important. And I think what is important right now is some of these games. We've got Cernajeska, we've got Brøndby, we've got Viborg, and we've got Esbjerg. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do Esbjerg, and I'll tell you why. It's because we didn't get to do it last time, and I want to make sure that we get a chance to do it this time. So that's going to be the live com in the next episode. We've got lots of league games to come, and I think we can probably get ourselves over the line. But we do need to make sure that we've got enough points on the board going into these more tough stages towards the end of the season, when points are going to matter a hell of a lot more. So yeah, if you have enjoyed this episode, do smash the like button. That would be fantastic. No targets or anything, just if you like it, smash the like button. And if you are new to the channel, subscribe. That would be glorious. And I'll join you guys in the next episode for a game against Esbjerg. We've got a lot more work to do, but I think the title is definitely ours to win this season. And hopefully we can find ourselves some quality youngsters over the next couple of episodes. That would be glorious. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.